Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hope you guys having a good day, or hope that you guys have better days ahead. This is Marlon here. This is episode 106 of Mushroom City of Minecraft. Well, just ran home, folks, believe it or not, which is the reason why you're hearing me. You guys are hearing that I am exhausted, which is true. But the show must go on. And given that my exhausted nature due to work, which I'm not gonna go further into, I'm gonna keep the stream short. Not the stream short. I'm gonna keep the national weather discussion short. So that means that there will be half details for the stream. Now let's see what's going on throughout the United States. So let's see what we got. Got 11 special weather statements. None of them have to do with some severe weather. 8 flood watches. 2 red flag warnings and 2 fire watches. Alright. We got an area of high pressure dominating the eastern seaboard. As you can see, folks. But yet, we have a warm front that's slowly advancing in Minnesota. Cold front that's currently located in the far northern plains. Come on a minute, folks. Let me just set myself up with the chat. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, folks, I deeply apologize for not showing up on Sunday because, well, one, although it was snowing and that I could have streamed for you guys back then, but unfortunately, there was just so much noise outside, which was the reason why I didn't stream back on Sunday. So whenever you have background noise, but the type of background noise was sometimes like accidents, excessive amount of sirens, and plow trucks plowing through the snow-covered streets. It's no fun at all. Right, and now let's see. We got an area of low pressure in the Great Plains region, areas of high pressure right around the desert southwest, 2 portions of the Great Basin. This is a stationary front in the Front Range of the Canadian Rockies. Sorry. In the northeast, dry weather is all over the I-95 corridor from Maine through New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware. Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Washington D.C., Virginia, and as well as West Virginia. But there's mainly snow showers affecting places like the Adirondacks, Lake George, the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, far eastern end of Lake Ontario. Elsewhere, it's quite clear, but in Canada, there's just so much freezing rain and sleet there. In the south, let's see, starting off with much of Georgia. It has to do with the high fire danger conditions due to low humidity. And although winds are going to be very light, though, but throughout the evening it'll be very dry there. Relative humidity about 25%, and any type of fuels that are dry enough is considered off limits. Otherwise, somebody will pay the price for it. We're starting the fire. A few showers along Florida's east coast, though some of which are there on the Space Coast, and as well as Miami. And plenty of showers and a few thunderstorms in southern eastern parts of Texas. though much of the action is in San Antonio and Austin and Killeen, Dallas, Fort Worth Metroplex, but just to the north and east, some showers have been brewing there. Houston's in the clear, Abilene, and anywhere along the western part of Texas. Southeastern Oklahoma, some showers are there. Arkansas, about to get some showers too, especially Louisiana in a few hours. Elsewhere, it's dry, especially the Carolinas. Getting into places like, wait, what the? Yeah, for some weird reason, folks, that on my end, I thought something would be wrong there. So my apologies on that. I don't know what is going on. But anyway, let's just get back to it. Some freezing rain, showers throughout much of Michigan, the east coast of Wisconsin. There's just plenty of rains there. But I haven't transitioned into freezing rain whatsoever at this point for now. Plenty of rains located near International Falls in Minnesota and points north in Canada. And we do have plenty of showers throughout places like Rapid City, Pierre, all coming from northeastern Wyoming, southern Montana, North Dakota. They've been in the clear. Though there are some freezing rain, sleet, and even mountain snow in north central Montana, as well as just outside of Yellowstone. In the Rockies in Montana and portions of Idaho, they are dealing with some valley rains, mountain snow, and oftentimes freezing rain and sleet there. Missoula, north of Butte, near Helena, the state capital. Kalispell, Newport, Idaho. Much of it is coming from the atmospheric rivers that's affecting places like the Pacific Northwest as we speak, folks. Though we do have red flag warnings in places like eastern Colorado, except for northeastern corner of the state. Pueblo, Denver, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and near Trinidad, Lamar. Basically all over the I-25 corridor, they are under a red flag warning, and especially folks to the east. But to the west, though, not much. Though east of Salida, still red flag warnings, a few showers in west central Utah. And plenty of showers and rain in northwestern part of Nevada. Elsewhere throughout the Great Basin states, it's dry. Plenty of dry weather in the desert southwest, Southern California. Northern California, there's a lot of rain to go around. Though not in the form of snow, though, but lots of rain all along the I-5 corridor. Anywhere north of Sacramento. Chico's getting rain, Redding. Going into places like Medford, Roseburg, Eugene, Salem, the state capital, Portland, Olympia, the state capital, Seattle, and Bellingham. There's a lot of moisture moving into the Cascades, and they are transitioning into snow as a result of the orographic lift. There are flood watches in effect all across the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. There's a special weather statement there. All that has to do with excessive rainfall that could lead to some landslides right along the western Cascades, affecting places such as east of Seattle and east of Olympia. Carson City, a few showers. In Reno too, but big batch of rain is on the way in the Lake Tahoe, Reno, Carson City area in a few hours. And I see we have a cold front sweeping through the northern plains. A brief stationary front in north central Montana. A warm front advancing through portions of northern Michigan. We do have flood watch in northern Idaho. Fire weather watch is in effect in central Kansas, places like Wichita, Manhattan, Kansas, not New York, Salina, Great Bend, McPherson, Emporia, anywhere west of Topeka, but definitely east of Hayes, right along the I-70 corridor, and portions of the I-35 corridor, Wichita to Emporia, and close to Topeka. Quite a lot that's going on, folks. Generally, there are northwesterly winds mostly southerly winds affecting the entirety of the Northeast. Coastal areas moving to the northeast, up to 25 miles an hour along the lake shores. Calmer, close to the coast, but in immediate coastal areas from the Jersey Shore all the way to Maine, up to 25 to 30 miles an hour in some places. In the south, start off in Florida. Much of the winds are coming from the east. Stronger in the southern part of the state, up to 30 miles an hour in some places, particularly the Florida Keys. Carolinas and Georgia, winds are mostly blowing to the north, as well as folks in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, moving to the north, but a little lighter in Georgia and the Smoky Mountains. Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. Most of the winds are coming from the Gulf, shifting to the northeast, western and the panhandles of both Oklahoma and Texas. Looks like winds are coming from the north, but then they end up shifting back to the north as we speak. But the strongest winds start from places like the southwestern portion of Texas to Dallas and Wichita Falls, with up to 25 miles an hour in winds, and as well as northwestern Tennessee. Let's see what we got. Throughout much of the Midwest, still winds are at least gusting to up to 35 miles an hour, but most notably in western Minnesota, northeastern South Dakota. Otherwise, it'll be up to 25 miles an hour. And the winds east of the Mississippi, they're moving to the northeast. West of the Mississippi, winds are coming from the west generally, but then they shift to the northeast generally. In the west, much of the winds are light and variable for the most part. Oh yeah, and I failed to mention, let me go back to Radar Omega, that we do have, that we still have this right here, no burn ban that's going on as a result of lack of winds in Southern California and the Los Angeles area. Let's go back here. Yep. But in New Mexico, winds are moving to the east. Some places moving up to 30 miles an hour. Wyoming up to 35 in a few places. But in southern and western Wyoming, winds are moving to generally to the east. In the northeastern part of the state, they're a little light and variable, but they're converging. Much of Montana and Idaho, winds are shifting from the southwest, moving generally to the east. The Pacific Northwest states, winds are generally moving to the northeast. Some places blowing up to 40 miles an hour, but mostly just up to 25, especially along the coastline. All across the northeast, temperatures range from the low 20s to the mid 30s. In the southeast, temperatures range from the low 20s to the mid 40s throughout much of the state, though in the southern parts